What? No? Crashing, snatching, golden, scolding, bouncing, trouncing, picking up and bouncing! Wait.
Slow power! Sneaky Blicky! Can you not? What are you doing? You're weird, Sky. You done naughty? No.
And the snow still isn't stopping, it's still coming down. Well, just means another day off work. Seems like a rogue spy's come to join us. Hello you, what do you want? You can't have the food. It's not yours. It's not yours to have. But it is mine. See how she's just scrounging around for everything now? This is dogs for you. There we go. Right, you gonna get out? You gonna go? Let's go. Hey, you gonna go? No, you're just gonna eat all the floor. Well, you can't eat the floor for starters. No. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Go. Yes, don't look at me like that. I know what your game is. I am watching you.
Have you ever heard of the tales of Romulus and Remus? If you're a historian, it's one that you learn very early. If not, then you'd be forgiven for not knowing about it. But allow me to spare a moment of your time to tell you the tale of Romulus and Remus. They were born... well, no one knows. Some estimate between 600 and 500 BC. What's more important is the tale that it comes along with. You see, they were abandoned by their parents and raised by wolves when they were found in a little cradle floating along a river. Their parents could not look after them anymore, and they were adopted as such by these wolves. And they were raised, and they were taught all the things they needed to be taught. Eventually they would grow, and they would leave the wolf pack, and they would become their own men, these brothers, who fought alongside each other and killed alongside each other. And then one day they had a plan. They would raise an empire. That empire is known as Rome, the Roman Republic. Of course, it would start as a monarchy, but we all know what it turned into. But they could not decide on one thing. Who was to lead Rome as its first king? Would it be Romulus or Remus? Now, as the name of Rome suggests, Romulus won. He slew his brother and cast his body into the river, and then became the king of Rome, its first king. That's where the story ends for the tales of the brothers of Romulus and Remus, or at least That's what the history books would like to tell you. Let me pose a question to you. Perhaps Remus didn't die. He was injured so greatly, and he was on the verge of death, but he was greeted by this one individual. An individual who had so much power to his name under a dark, dark entity. And he offered him eternal life in return for eternal servitude. Let's say Remus took up this offer, and he became a servant of this dark being. Many centuries pass. He sees civilizations rise and fall. He fights in the biggest wars that have ever existed. He slays many men on the battlefield, changing his appearance every time from man to woman to child to elderly. It matters not. Let's say he is still here, in this modern world, in this world of electricity and manufacturing and of chaos. Let's say that he's still with us today, and he has a new target in sight. What's to stop this man who has seen everything from taking everything and making it his own? But hey, that's just a story and a possible outcome, right?